and you picked up yet another possession or use of an abusable volatile. I don't even know what happened because today is the day set for arraignment on this case. What happened on the new case, if you don't mind?
Do you want me to repeat it?
Yeah, please, because I have not even heard it to know what happened.
Yeah. I also spoke to the witness yesterday, so I think 20 minutes from
Great.
the actual. But on October 17th of 2024, officers responded to a public welfare check at the Dollar Tree located at 14324 FM 2920. A witness stated she observed the defendant inhaling from a can of multi-purpose cleaning duster and later observed the defendant slumped over on the steering wheel of her motor vehicle in the parking lot. Upon officers' arrival, officer observed the defendant sitting in the front driver's seat of her motor vehicle with the motor vehicle running in the on position. All cans of multi-purpose cleaning duster beside her. Officer observed the defendant to be confused and disoriented. She admitted that she had entered the office depot to purchase several cans of duster with the intent to inhale chemicals in a manner contrary to the directions, cautions, or warnings appearing on the label. And the defendant stated she did so to create or induce a condition of intoxication, hallucination, or elation. And she was found in possession of 3 10-ounce cans and 1 3.5-ounce can.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add to this?
Me, Judge? So the witness who spotted her, she had pulled into the Dollar Tree, parked there, and the defendant's motor vehicle was right next to hers, and she had noticed that it was on. So the witness, she went into the Dollar Tree, then went down to Target, did some shopping, came back an hour later and noticed that the truck was still there and still running. So she got worried, looked through the window, and she found the defendant slumped over. She stayed watching her for a while to make sure she was okay. She didn't feel comfortable driving off. That's when the witness saw her lift her head up slowly and inhale from the can. Again in front of the witness, and my witness, she told me, and then she slumped back down, and that's when, because she was worried about the defendant driving off in that condition.
I've spoken extensively with Ms. Stepanski about this, Your Honor.
You said the exact same thing to me when we came here the first time, and now she has a new case.
Yes. True statement, Your Honor.
How do we get her to stop?
Well, in talking to the state, so the plea agreement that we have agreed to with the state is the maximum length of probation to 2 years of probation. So that she'll be closely monitored during that time period.
I can't monitor her 24 hours a day, though.
Yeah, but she knows that she's, subject to, random testing or urinalysis and different things.
Still not going to show. I'm forbidding you from going to any store that sells this kind of stuff. You're not to go to any Walmart. You're not going to any Home Depot.
So she's also going to sign a no driving affidavit, Your Honor, and so only her husband would be driving her anywhere. And so I think that her husband threatened her to divorce. This is me being frank, over this. If this ever happens again, her husband's divorcing her, is what he's told her, and is going to be closely monitoring her, and she's not driving by herself.
You realize that what you're doing is you deprive your brain of oxygen when you do this, and at some point perhaps you'll hemorrhage yourself, perhaps you'll end up brain dead, you'll incapacitate yourself, that you're going to be unable to without the ability to speak. But you do this, and then you get out there, and it happens again.
It scared me so much this time, and
I believe it. I believe it. I don't believe one iota. Nope. You sold me the same thing.
I'm currently attending NA meetings, which I will continue to attend.
I think that, like I said, the combination of her not being able to drive to be able to go get this stuff and her husband helping to monitor, enforcement of the 2 years of probation and making sure that she knows that, she's under
I have a sponsor.
surveillance, that I don't think it will continue to be a problem. I think that when there's been monitoring, there hasn't been a problem. This is just me kind of pulling back the curtain here because we're entering a plea.
Sir Haddad, how do we get it to stop?
I'm sorry, Judge, if I could just finish that thought for a second.
Look, I'm all ears
Yes, sir.
with any recommendation as how to get it to stop, because I mean, it's not something that I can test that'll show whether someone's using or not.
Judge, at this point, I mean, I was hoping that the TRS would recommend something such as like HUA, that's like a intensive treatment made for women, that's,
Yes, I mean, yeah,
I'm thinking HUA might be a good place to put her.
Figure out what the TRS is kind of.
Right.
I think that that's the best thing that we need to do. Yeah, I think that,
But my opinion, Your Honor, is that the no driving affidavit will cover or will fix the problem. This was as soon as she started to drive, basically, it became the problem. When the husband said, okay, you can drive, then she went to the store and did that. But without her being able to drive, and like I said, the husband making sure that that's not happening, because again, he's not tolerating any of this.
is the husband here?
He is not here today, but I can get him here if you'd like, Judge.
I mean, I think, Michael, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think what we need to do now, and Craig, I think what we need to do now is have our TRAS to see where we go, because we have clinicians that will be able to tell us how to tackle this problem, because I'm truly at a loss of how to get it to stop, because theoretically this is something that you can get anywhere, right? You can have it delivered through Amazon, right? So
Sure, but that hasn't been her MO of doing any of this. I understand you. I hear your words.
she's been able to drive.
I understand.
Right.
Well, she wasn't able to drive for a while after this happened or whatnot, and then it wasn't a problem. And then when driving resumed, then that resumed being a problem. So that's why I
I
think
don't know that for
the
sure.
no driving affidavit would fix that.
Ms. Brown?
I mean, I've explained to her that, what she's signing up for, is a lengthy probation. It's a 2-year probation with potential constant monitoring that whole time, plus whatever TS conditions and other kind of help that they can, help her with. And then, that if she messes up in probation that she signed up for, that's what she's understanding. I know that when she was in jail, she spent 3 days in jail on this new offense or whatever, and I know that was a pretty devastating experience for her. She's 65 years old and takes a ton of medicines, which she didn't get and stuff when she was in jail, and I know that was a big deal. She's having panic attacks in jail and things, but I think the conditions that we've agreed to with the state are sufficient. I mean, I wouldn't have signed up for
I mean,
it.
I'd like to put on there no possession of any kind of volatile container that can be abused
That's
to get
fine.
high. I want, no going to Home or Office Depot, Walmart. Ma'am, I want you to understand that if I find you with another of these containers, and I don't care what you're doing, where you're going, who you're with, I'm going to put you in a rehab facility in the jail. And if that's what we need to do to get you to stop, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? I mean, you're killing yourself slowly. That's all that's happening. And the problem is that everyone around you is suffering. What happens if you do this in the middle of the road while you're driving? I mean, God, if you kill someone, you get charged with murder. Is that the last thing we want you to do is to spend the next 30 years of your life in prison because of a drastic and catastrophic event where you kill someone. And in that kind of stupor state, if you're in a car, you're begging for it to happen. Okay, so I guess I'd like to do the TRAS to see where we go. So what we're going to do is I don't know how to move forward with this, Ms. Stefanski. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you evaluated by our clinicians to see what they suggest is the best way to go forward. So I'm going to have you meet with them, and I want you to be honest.
This was supposed to be a routine arraignment, but it quickly turned into a warning when the judge learned the defendant had picked up yet another charge involving an abusive, volatile substance. Officers described finding her slumped over the steering wheel of a running car in a store parking lot, confused and disoriented, with multiple cans of chemical duster beside her, and she admitted she purchased them specifically to inhale and induce intoxication and hallucinations, even doing it again in front of a concerned
Or any of these
witness.
places that you can also buy these from. You understand?
Sir,
It's 180 days in jail, probated for 2 years. You will do thinking for a change, a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels, a TPAS, with the conditions you must fulfill: substance abuse treatment, no breath test refusal, no drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock so that we know that you're also not consuming alcohol, and a one-time donation of $100 to Matt. Is this how you understand the agreement?
yes, sir.
I think the max is a year, right? On the first, it's a year.
For probation, you mean?
Yeah. For license suspension, I think the max is a year. I mean, if it was 2 years, if I can do 2, I'd rather do 2, because I think that I just don't want you to go anywhere near a car until this problem has been tackled. Do you understand, ma'am? Do you have any questions?
Sir,
You know, there are other things in life that give you that kind of rush instead of using a can. You need to find another outlet, but cans, that's not a good way to go, because you're really going to sue some irreparable damage that, I mean, the last thing you need is to become a vegetable. And that's what invariably it's going to happen at one point or the other. How do you plead to the offense, Mr. Vansky? Guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
I will find you guilty. I'll send you the agreement. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Michael, anything else, guys?
No, just the other 2 cases.
Okay, so as a part of the agreement is this DWI, they're going to dismiss your other 2 inhalant paraphernalia cases as well, okay? All right, and wish you best of luck. We'll have you do the TRAS, and then I guess just give me a heads up when you do it, will you? And then Craig, I'm going to reach out to you so you know,
Yes, sir.
when we get it back, I'll let you know what it is, that way
Yes, sir.
that you know as well. They may say inpatient, I don't know.
Right, and you understand that. They could
Understand
give
that.
you inpatient treatment.
All right, ma'am.
We don't know.
Best of luck.
Depends on what they feel like is appropriate.
See you soon.
Thank you for the,
Counsel, did you file an attorney of record?
I did.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson. How are you? Come on up. So this is it Lauderdale?
Lily.
Page 8.
Right. Good morning, Mr. Lee. The way you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 5th, 2025, the officer was conducting surveillance as part of a traffic crimes task force of motor vehicles racing westbound on Grand Parkway, and the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling in lane 2 and another vehicle in lane 1. The motor vehicle slowed down to approximately 30 miles per hour before launching at the same time in a competitive manner, accelerating to well over 110 to 125 miles per hour in an attempt to outpace each other. The motor vehicles raced 3 times, then pulled into a Buc-ee's. The officer observed the defendant, but was unable to locate the other motor vehicle involved in the race.
So then it says also he picked up a felony evading. He was on bond for a felony evading and now he's picked up this case, a racing?
It looks like that's the case, Your Honor. He was on bond for the evading.
I'm taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive, Mr. Lee. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what is going on in your life. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. This is an affidavit that you're going to promise me that you're not going to drive. Do you understand? There's a burning building with 50 kids in it. I don't care. Do not drive. You mind filing those conditions as well, please? No driving.
Driving? Yes, Judge.
Have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Johnson. He will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you pick up another case, I'm going to revoke it. And if I find that you're a danger to the public, I'm going to make it sky high. I will do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand? You want the same day as the felony?
Sunday is only fine.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to have you sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then after that, you'll be free to go. All right. Thanks, guys.
Judge, the felony's all the way in June 2nd.
2026, Your Honor. That's
Is it set for trial or something?
No, he was on that's a placeholder setting because it was a PTI.
What's going to happen with that? Is he still in the PTI?
It was, from my understanding, I don't know. I think it was some conditions he had to do and he's almost done with it. So I think this is close. I don't know.
So is that, do you know whether they're going to keep him in now? Do they know about this?
I'm sure they know, but
Does the felony
I'm
court,
not his, I'm not attorney on that.
you're not the lawyer.
No, but they.
Okay.
they-
So let's just do this. Let's just do it right. We'll do a 30-day reset. And then I don't know what's going to happen upstairs. We'll see. You just keep us in the loop. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Next.
Wow. All prosecutors are out next week, huh? All you guys are gone next week?
Except for me.
Ah,
Yeah. But we have, I can tell you the schedule who will be sitting with me if you're so curious.
who?
Okay, on Monday, Michael Hanover.
Okay. I know Michael.
On Tuesday, Whitney Raspberry.
Okay. She's been in here. I like her.
Wednesday, Amy Bolletino.
Okay.
Thursday, Scott Pope. And Friday, Stephen Harris.
I didn't see Scott Pope in years. You ready? Come up, Mr. Waters. So here's the deal. So your lawyer came in here twice. You weren't here. It's okay. I'm not going to ding you on it. My main concern is I don't want you out in the middle of the night just doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. And when we spoke to your lawyer, from what it appeared is, are you on a bus at that time?
I got my new apartment. I got all my paper right here, and we relocated all the way in A-Leaf right now. So the bus, it takes a long time to come. It don't come at the time that it say it'll come. So you know what I'm saying? Wherever I'm at, I'll be like, dang, I'll make it on.
Speak normally.
Yes,
Don't
sir. Yes,
have
sir.
to really, just
'cause I'm
speak normally,
just trying.
intelligently.
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to show you, like, that I'm out here really trying. You know what I'm saying? I got my information.
No, you know what I'm saying? No,
I'm sorry.
just,
I'm sorry. Good luck.
hey, speak eloquently.
Yes.
It shows, Okay, so what are you doing now? You working?
I'm not technically working. I'm volunteering. I'm handing out flyers, and I get like $100 after that. It's like kind of like a volunteering thing.
Why not get a full-time job?
I know I've been applying. I still got some coming in. So that's gonna
Be
take me.
helping. So I'm gonna, hold on. No, don't worry. Look, I've got resources here to help you out. Do you have a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a list of places how you can get a job.
Yes, sir.
Okay, get a job, get a skill, get a trade. That way you can develop something so you can move up in life and make a lot of money. That's what it's about. You get a trade, learn something so you move up in the world. Not menial jobs handing out this because you go nowhere with this. Really. We're going to give you a sheet of paper. This is going to be a list of places that you can go to that can recruit you for work purposes. Okay. I just don't want you out in the middle of the night. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m, 1 a.m. We got to work down a way that where you're working, you still be home at a decent hour. So you're volunteering at this place? And where do you go and how long does it take for you to get home?
It's currently, it's like at a church.
Okay.
What's that?
And how long does it take to get home?
Even
Are you with Mr. Waters?
The judge, clearly frustrated, warned that inhaling deprives the brain of oxygen and could leave her brain dead or permanently disabled, stating he didn't believe her promises because he had heard them before and made it clear this wasn't just about her, but about public safety, ordering no driving, strict probation, constant monitoring, and making it unmistakable that if she was found with another one of these containers, she would be taken into custody immediately because the next time might not end in court, but in irreversible tragedy.
Let me say 2, 3.
2, 3 what, in the afternoon?
4, like 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, so then you take the bus to go home.
I take everybody to go home, then I try to go do some, like look around and go apply for jobs and stuff like that.
What is the curfew that we have on him now?
10 p.m.
And this time here, he didn't get home till like 11:30, 11:45, right?
10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Judge.
Okay. I just don't want you out in the middle of the night. If you need more time, ask Jillian, we can give you more time, but you have to be cognizant, meaning that you have to understand that, actions have consequences. And if you're out there past curfew, it's not going to go well. If you need a little bit more time for work, I can give you a little bit more time. If you're out at midnight, 1, 2, it's not going to go well, Mr. Waters. Do you understand? Okay. So
Given some resources for employment opportunities and an upcoming job fair on the 14th.
this is a fair that you can go to get a job. When you go there, take a shower in the morning, brush your teeth, smell good, put on nice clothes. Perception is reality. If you look bad, no one's going to give you a job. But if you go there looking professional and you speak well, then you're better chances of getting a job. You need a trade, like maybe welding, something of this nature where you can move up in this world and make $15 to $20 an hour. That's what you should be looking for. We've given you the tools. It's a matter of whether you want to go do it. Okay? All right. So let's set it. What was the date that we were going to do?
I was just looking at that and I didn't see it. So I just, felonies on for 2-4.
Okay, let's set it we'll set it for the same day as the felony. Okay? This is your opportunity to get a job. Use it. All right, we'll have you sign a reset, put you on the same day for the felony so they don't have to keep coming and going. All right? All right, come on, Mr. Waters. Thank you, Mr. Waters. Yeah, I guess go to 10:30. Yeah. You speak English, sir? Come on up. Do you know if they're going to be here?
Yes, I will.
Did they know, what time? If you want to wait, we can wait a little bit. I'm fine with that. Yeah, just let them take a seat. We'll come back, please. Ms. Benedict, you were charged with assault causing bodily injury. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On January 2nd, 2025, the officer made contact with the complainant, a Walmart asset protection employee, who stated he was contacted by other staff members about the defendant attempting to enter the employee-only section of the store. The complainant confronted the defendant, and the defendant presented manifestly under the influence of an intoxicant, and the defendant was asked to leave. The defendant refused, and the complainant blocked the defendant's entry into the employees-only section, and the defendant then punched the complainant 4 times in the chest with a closed fist, causing pain.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Where was this?
It was at a Walmart, Your Honor.
Okay, you are not allowed to go to any Walmarts. Do you understand that is also a condition of your bond? If you violate any of these conditions, you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, and Are you employed at this time?
No, I have a job interview tomorrow.
Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. I already have an application on file. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go to Victoria Sign and Reset. I'm going to have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find your lawyer. Okay? Please,
Judge, no contact with the complainant, please. Right this way.
please, and no weapons.
Yes, Judge.
Is it bourgeois? Ferris? Bourgeois. Come on up, ma'am. Was that right, bourgeois?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 2nd, 2025, officers were dispatched to a trespasser call at a McDonald's in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, the manager of the McDonald's, stated the defendant had been asked to leave several times before and refused to do so. The complainant stated she and her staff observed the defendant in the parking lot checking car door handles, and the defendant stated to the officer that she had not asked her to leave the location and that she had not done anything wrong. That's what the defendant stated, but
Okay.
yeah.
So
The complainant stated she had been asked to leave, and the defendant stated she was not. But the defendant did say to the officers that she was asked to leave several times, and she refused to do so
at this McDonald's.
at the McDonald's stop.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do not go back to this McDonald's, please. I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do not pick up any new cases. You were able to get out because we gave you a free bond. If you pick up a new case, you violate conditions. I'm going to revoke the bond. I'm going to make it high. If you don't have anyone to make that bond, you'll be stuck like Chuck in there. So consider this when you're out there. Please don't pick up any new cases. Be nice.
John,
Tell me, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
I don't.
Okay. Would you like us to appoint you a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I need you to fill out an application for me, Ms. Bourgeois, and then I'll take a look, and assuming you qualify, I'll provide you a lawyer today, okay? Do you mind, Deputy Brown, giving an application, please? All right. I'm gonna have you, we'll give you an application, we'll have you sign a reset, and then I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Yes, ma'am. So can you file those conditions?
Returning to McDonald's?
Yes.
Yes, Judge.
That particular,
That particular McDonald's? Yes, Judge.
do you have an arraignment? Okay. I'm trying to get through the arraignments first, so. Is this Trey Carter?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carter, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 2nd, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at the 700 block of South Battleground Road, and the officer ran the vehicle's license plate, and the registration was expired as of 2021. A traffic stop was initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer smelled a strong odor of marijuana, and the officer could see marijuana debris laying on the center console. The defendant admitted that he does smoke marijuana, but that he did not smoke that day. The defendant advised he was in possession of a firearm inside the vehicle center armrest container directly to the right of the defendant, and the defendant does not have a license to carry. A PC search was conducted, and the officer found the handgun inside the center armrest container and a full blunt that contained a green leafy substance known to be marijuana based on training experience. The weight of the marijuana was 0.28 ounces.
Mr. Carter, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Did you run his license? See if he has a valid Texas driver.
All right, Your Honor.
Please.
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in addition to a valid Texas driver license. I'm not putting any conditions on your bond now. Just be careful. Do not pick up any new cases. If you do, you become a danger to my community. I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? Do you, tell me, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application because I need you to fill one out. And assuming that you qualify, I'll provide you a lawyer today. Okay, please.
Judge, was that stage bond conditions?
No conditions. Yeah, no conditions. Good morning, Mr. Green. Are you chewing gum? Please spit it out. Is it, hey, guys, is there a trash can over there? She's not smacking. Mr. Green, you were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 4th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle traveling on the 8600 block of Colon Boulevard, and the officer began to approach the defendant's vehicle and observed a strong odor of marijuana emitting from that specific vehicle. The officer observed the defendant to make a westbound maneuver onto Belfort Street, and the defendant failed to use a right signal to make a turn onto another street. The traffic stop was then initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed the strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle, and the officer asked the defendant to step out of the vehicle, and the defendant was then detained. The officer asked the defendant if he had recently hotboxed the vehicle, and the defendant stated he had earlier in the day. The defendant stated he had marijuana in a backpack lying on the passenger seat, and the defendant stated he had a rifle and pistol magazine. The officer observed a semi-automatic AR pistol lying on the passenger seat adjacent to the backpack with marijuana inside. The backpack had a bunch of Ziploc baggies containing marijuana, and the weight of the marijuana was 13.05 grams.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license, please?
I'll run it, Your Honor.
Mr. Green, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
Unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir? How old are you?
23.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application to see whether you qualify, and then if you do, then we'll provide your lawyer today. Do not pick up any new cases. Don't violate the law. If I find that you do, I'm gonna put you in jail. You understand me? All right, come on.
All right, Judge.